let's say that there is no evidence of fraud, because you're not saying there is, you're just saying we need to know. Should Donald Trump abdicate and leave the White House on January 20th? Because there's a lot of concern that he might not do that willingly. Should he, you're an important voice. Should he leave if there is no decision overturning what appears to be the results of what will become a certified election?
Well, I really appreciate you attributing me to have an important voice. I just try to be a reasonable voice. And I don't think that President Trump, or I don't think that any person would continue to try to usurp the office of the presidency and not exit that office. So if all of the means and measures have been exhausted and it comes out that it is ruled that this was a fair and legal election and these are the results, of course, I'm quite sure President Trump will abide by that. First and foremost, you still have some counting that is going on in quite a few states. And then you also, after the counting, you have to have what is called a canvassing process, where they go back and review these ballots. And after the review of the ballots, then there has to be a certification. Right now, there has been not a single state in the United States of America that has certified any of the results of this election. So I think that we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves when we start to declare Joe Biden the president-elect.
Alan, you know that it occurs to me that 4 years ago, everyone was calling Donald Trump President-elect Trump, even before there was certification, even before the Electoral College votes.
It was that night, Charles. It was that night. It was the night of the election, as opposed to this, which was 4 days.
So by your logic about this election, that was wrong back then as well, right? Because that was all based on just the media outlets projecting him the winner.
Yeah, but I don't think that you saw any of the issues where there was still counting that was going on in many of these states that we see, with Nevada, with Arizona, with Georgia, North Carolina, Michigan, Wisconsin, and also Pennsylvania. As a matter of fact, I mean, you have seen the state legislature in Pennsylvania say that we need to do an audit. So I don't think that you had this cloud that was hanging over the election of 2020 as it was in 2016.
It's interesting because your argument is simply, as I understand it, you let the challenges happen. And if the certification comes and that the challenge fails, then Biden is the president, the next president, and should be treated as such. That's the way I understand what you're saying.
Absolutely right. I mean, you know, I took an oath on 31 July 1982 to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. It's the same oath that my dad took. He was a soldier in World War II. My older brother was a Marine, fought in Vietnam. And my nephew right now, he's about to become a lieutenant colonel himself. And so that's what I stand up for, is always our rule of law. You know, I didn't take an oath to a political party. I didn't take an oath to a person. And I think that when we start to have those type of voices in the United States of America, those reasonable voices, principled voices, then you tone down a lot of the rhetoric, and then you tone down a lot of the angst and the anxiety that is out there in our country right now.